Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to be showing you all the goodies that I bring with me when I travel. This is kind of the most common setup, but obviously depending on the trip I might bring different things. Let's get into it. Now, if you're new to the channel and if you like personal development, technology and entrepreneurship, make sure to subscribe because we have many goodies coming up. Okay, so this backpack I bought actually a while back. I think I bought it 2 years ago in Fry's Electronics in California, and I've been quite happy with it. Before that, I was changing backpacks every 2 months, and then I stumbled upon this one, and it's really flexible and it's very comfortable despite its size. So this one, honestly, you can fit several different camera lenses in it. You can fit tripods on the sides here. You can fit drones. You can fit a shit ton of stuff in here. And I used to pack it full, but my back started complaining, and I realized that carrying around like 5 to 10 lenses and 2 camera bodies and things like that didn't really make sense because I'm not actually a photographer. I am just an entrepreneur that likes to document some of the stuff I do and also produce content for YouTube and stuff like that. So now I'm trying to pack lighter. So this is my current attempt to pack lighter, but I will say this backpack can be, it can be filled up to the rim. It can really fit a lot of stuff. So if we open up my backpack, the main compartment here, let's hope not everything falls out. Okay, yeah, it's good. So this is how I currently have it set up. And so I have my main camera body, which slides in up here. And my main camera body is an A7R III by Sony. Currently, I'm using a crop sensor lens, which is a Sigma 18 to 35 millimeters. This is not recommended for this camera for photography, but for video, it's perfectly fine because, no one really cares on video whether you're using full frame or not, except if you really are into like extreme bokeh and stuff. But it's pretty awesome, and I love this lens. It's a very practical, very flexible, very sharp, very beautiful video lens. So that's that. I obviously have my charger. You gotta have spare batteries for it. Although I will say the A7R III has an amazing battery life compared to the older Sony cameras. I have some Sony WH-1000X3s or something like that. I'll put the name in the video in text, but these are awesome. I have 2 of the previous generation, 1 of this generation, and I also have the competing alternative by Bose, the QC35-2s. And I will say out of all of them, these are my favorite, but they're all great. Honestly, the standard now both with Sony and Bose is very high, but if you can, go for the Sonys. And my on-the-go microphone, I have a Rode VideoMic Pro of the new one, the one that actually has a built-in battery and a shut off and on when it has auxiliary signal, so you never forget to turn it off. And it's super practical. This thing lasts like 200 hours or something like that. It's very rare that I have to charge it, and it's just awesome. So right now I'm filming with the NTG4 Plus, which is amazing, but that one, honestly, I often forget to turn it off. So this one I'm very happy with. So yeah. What else do I have? As you can see by the trend, I am not using much Sony native glass. I did buy some Sony native glass. It's awesome, but I'm a big fan of this guy. This is a Canon L series 50mm 1.2. And I combine it with the MC11 adapter, which allows me to use Canon lenses and Sigma lenses. The Sigma lenses do have autofocus in video. The Canon ones don't, only in photos. However, this, if you manual focus, is an awesome setup. So I'm very happy with that. Get some really nice bokeh out of that. So it's a nice focal length. It's the right combination of sharp, but also a bit on the smooth side. And it's just a dreamy look, especially when you, open up the aperture all the way. It's bokeh heaven right there. So I have my laptop charger, a big brick, because I now switched to a gaming laptop. I was previously on a Mac, which I do love Mac, but I kind of felt like changing it up a little bit. So So I have these two awesome vintage lenses. I love vintage lenses because, I mean, if you don't need autofocus, vintage lenses, you can get really good glass for very, very cheap. So for the longest time, I was using Sony native glass to be able to autofocus, but I had issues with some autofocusing in shots, and I started manual focusing more. I started having, a crew behind the camera that would manually focus for me on a lot of shots. And that's when I started really enjoying these manual focus lenses, because you can get some really cool effects on them that really on native modern glass, it's a little hard. And it's obviously subjective, but honestly, this is dirt cheap for what you get. So if you'd like manual focus, definitely look into vintage. And what else do I have? So in this compartment here, I also have some Bose earbuds, wireless earbuds. I love these guys. I know that they get mixed reviews, but for me, they've been amazing. I mean, I love the sound quality, I love the comfort, and the interface, like the audio feedback I get on them in terms of pairing with multiple devices. It's just super practical. It is an odd shape to have in your pocket, so I think that's why it gets mixed reviews. Bose Sound Sport Free wireless earbuds, I personally do recommend them. This little gem, this is the Cam Link. It basically takes my pro camera and turns it into a webcam. So I can do a live stream of any event or talk or conference or whatever it is I'm doing, or the podcast that I've also done a lot with this. And it can look like it's pre-recorded and super high production value, as long as your internet has not bandwidth to push out the full quality. But honestly, it's awesome. You can record straight to the computer this one is not 4K. This is older than the 4K, but I'll link the 4K model below that has replaced this one. And honestly, now you can do 4K with a little thing that's this size. All you have to do is you have to take one of these micro HDMI to HDMI cables and connect it to your camera, which not all cameras use micro, but my camera does. So like that. Now this basically is a webcam. The most badass webcam ever, if I may say. Then I have this thing. It's a Peak Design, I think. Peak Design camera strap that has these awesome little slide in and slide out clips. So it's super practical to put it on and off, and super solid. So yeah, really awesome. What else do we have? Oh yeah, my laptop. So in the back here, I will say, honestly, I could fit 2 or 3 times the amount of gear in here that I currently do. And I used to do that, but my back didn't love it. So I have now become a little bit more modest in my packing. So I recently switched to an Asus gaming laptop. Let me see the model number. It's a FX505DV. And it's pretty cool. I won't say it's the most practical travel laptop. I won't say it's the sleekest laptop ever, but it's very good bang for buck. And what do I mean by that? You get an RTX 2060, which is a really good card. And I'm really happy with that card. And just for that card alone, it's worth it. The price point you can get these at is impressive. I mean, it's really priced below what you get. So if you want very good bang for buck in gaming, video editing spec laptop, definitely go for it. I used that one with DaVinci Resolve and it's awesome. I mean, exporting H.265 footage, it's lightning fast. It's really, 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 really good. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And that's kind of the basics of my gear. I sometimes fit in a Mavic Pro drone in there, but drones are kind of hard to use nowadays because there's so many places where you're not allowed to use them. So I don't carry it around as much as I used to in the past. And yeah, what else can I say about this setup? I mean, I can show you a little bit more about the backpack. So it has a bunch of these dividers, more dividers than what I'm currently using. And you can really fit like a ton of lenses. You can fit the Mavic Pro right here. Then you can put your camera straight in on the top. You have 2 compartments right here. Then there's this section, which I don't currently have anything in there, but it's very, very practical as well. In here, I can basically put a bunch of cables and memory cards and things like that. On the side, little sections like this, tripod. I can put one on this side here, and I can put one on this side too. Sometimes what I do is I have a gimbal on one side and then a tripod on the other side. For some events, I like to carry like a gimbal right here and a tripod right here. It gets a little heavy, but surprisingly comfortable despite the weight. There's very good padding right here. I don't know if you can see this, but this right here is very good padding. So that is quite, I mean, I swear I went through so many backpacks until I stumbled upon this one and then I stopped looking. It is in the bigger size. It is for people who like to bring a lot of stuff. If you want a lighter backpack, I might make a video of some of my lighter backpack choices, but honestly, this one is awesome. And the bottom is solid. And I love, as long as I kind of distribute the weight on the bottom properly, it just sits flat. Like I can sit it on the ground. And because it's so solid and it's like a plasticky rubbery feel, I can leave it like that and I can put it outside. I can be in the woods. I can be anywhere and it doesn't get dirty. So yeah, that's my current laptop camera backpack of 2020, which honestly is the same one I've used for the last 2 years. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'll gladly answer any questions about the gear or about the backpack, and I'll make sure to have links in the description below for everything that I've shown you. So if you like this video, give it a like. If you love this video, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to be notified when we have more of this stuff, ring the bell. That's all for now. Have a good one.